Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harachakwadash, the honors be to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this 100% truth. Much peace and blessings be unto you, whole food, like that the Pashnat, this word of all truth and sincerity to all you Akim. I do say Shalom. The Akira, I'm coming in with a quick video off the Spirit going into the book of Habakkuk, the first chapter. So verse 1, it reads, the burden which Habakkuk the prophet did see, which that word burden in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary has multiple meanings, but in this case simply refers to as a message, right? Because it's a conversation between Habakkuk and the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. So verse 2, O Lord, how long shall I cry and thou wilt not hear? Even cry out unto thee of violence and thou wilt not save. Yeah, and that's the mentality the elect, starting off with the servants the prophets have, that the Lord don't save and the Lord don't hear, right? Even though that ain't the case, because he does hear, right? And he will save very soon as we know it. That's future prophecy, right? Isaiah the 55th chapter, verse 11, makes it mention how his word shall not return unto him void, but it shall accomplish that which he pleases. Wherefore, whatever he said goes, right? You know, and one thing to know is think about the apostles and elders, right? And the Akim that below them that have been in this thing 10 plus years, man. You know, we want to show you their faith. That's been 10 plus years, but they're still in this thing, you know. And sometimes it seems like the Lord don't hear, all right? Because every single year, you know, that passes by, we hope for that to be the last year of captivity and that the Lord will, you know, deliver us. But no, it's another year added onto that. And another year, another goddamn year behind that, and so on and so forth, man. All right, but we know it's coming soon because, like in Matthew the 24th chapter, Yahweh Shai made the mention how, you know, you shall not see when you see these signs come to pass like rumors of war, right? But the thing is, we have been seeing rumors of war for freaking years, right? And it seems like a cliche, but you have to keep that faith, right, man? This is even a trial itself, man. You know, it is really a test of patience from Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Habakkuk the second chapter, verse 3 makes the mention, now for the vision is yet for an appointed time, which that word vision simply means prophecy, right? And it is for an appointed time, because though no man knoweth the day nor hour, and when these things shall come to pass, like the, what's it called, that great and dreadful day, and we know it soon, right? Because we have these spiritual signs, so what's it called, tell us, we're in that corner. Romans the 13th chapter, verse 11, I'm going to pull that out. And it doth read, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed, right? And that salvation will be by way of chariots as we know it. But going back to Habakkuk, the first chapter, or Shalakia, the second chapter, verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. Yes, though we don't know when it's going to go down, we know it soon. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, which that word tarry means to delay, to lag a bit. Wait for it, and that's a command, right? See, what's it called? The laws and commands don't just end off in the first 5 books of Moses, known as the Mosaic Law, but it's found throughout the scriptures, right? And the major and the minor prophets. In this case, the minor prophets, like Habakkuk, that's a command. Wait for it. You also have, what's it called, pieces of advice, you know, counsel to live off by, right? Proverbs, what's it called, Yahweh Shai was expounding on the laws in the New Testament. All right, you have the epistles, which are commands as well, with the apostles from back then. All right, the Apocrypha with the Wisdom of Solomon, and Ecclesiasticus, known as simply the Book of Wisdom, or what's it called, Sirach, you know, Ecclesiasticus, and so on and so forth. The scriptures is a guide, right? So it's a book of advice. And what's it called? We're to adhere by that. And in this case, verse 3, to wait for it, right? And that goes to show you how, what's it called, those Y2K Israelites and everybody else after that fell out this thing, you know, because they've been waiting too long. Those weren't the men of the Lord, right? Because it's again it's a test of faith, man, right? A test of patience. So though it tarry, wait for it. Yeah, and it's been tarrying for years, man. Because it will surely, so it goes on to say, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Again, the Lord's word shall accomplish that which he pleases, man. Right? The Lord keeps his promises, unlike we. So going back to a verse, it's like in chapter 1, verse 2, the Lord will save. We know it soon, but verse 3 reads, why dost thou show me iniquity and cause me to behold grievance? Right? For spoiling and violence are before me. And there are that raise of strife and contention, and that word that is italicized, referring to someone or something, in this case, the nation of Edom, right? Because, they raise up that strife and contention, which, those words relatively, go back to the same definition of disagreement, but contention, pertains more to quarrel and rivalry. That goes to show you it's Esau, Edom, right? Because that rivalry between him and Jacob, that perpetual hatred that they had upon our people. That's in the book of Ezekiel, the 35th chapter, verse 5. I'm going to pull that out in verse 5, because that was, and this chapter is going into what's it called, Esau, right? Verse 2, son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. And Mount Seir, referring to the nation of Edom, because, hey, that was what's it called, that was their old, that's where they dwelt, right? There was, geographically speaking, that's where they dwelt at. Verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, perpetual meaning everlasting, right? Because this thing has really been, just the beginning. That's what the Lord programmed it, going back to what's it called, the garden with the serpent, which we understand that to be a previous incarnation of Esau. And even when, Adam had Cain and Abel, that was really Esau, that wicked line, that righteous line. And Esau killed that righteous Abel. Right, trying to wipe out that righteous line, man, that good seed. But it goes into say, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end. Right? And that's been throughout history, recorded history, right? You had back then when they helped the ancient Babylonians, breach the walls and spoil us and destroy the temple. It was either first or second Ezra's, the 4th chapter, going into how promised or vowed to rebuild the temple, which the Edomites burned down. When the Chaldeans seized Jerusalem. Or another piece of history was during an example would be during the time of David, when he had the Amalekites, pillage the town of Ziklag and take the women for a spoil, right? And they burned the town. Also, fast forward to this date, all of American history, built off the backs of, Jake. So because thou hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. So thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Right, and that's future prophecy, man. And what does the scripture say? Prepare slaughter for the iniquity of their fathers. I'm going to pull that out in the book of Isaiah, the 14th chapter, if I am not mistaken. Because Esau has done a lot of damage, man, as that red horse. Alright, this whole world is sick. Nation of Israel is an ailment because of you. So on and so forth. Isaiah the 14th chapter, verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children. Yeah, I go on to show you all this talk about, that was my great grandfather. You are your great grandfather, man. Reincarnation is a thing, right? Going to the the Lord repaying vengeance unto the 3rd and 4th generation of them that hate him. That's really reincarnation, man. The Lord's not gonna hate innocent spirit, per se, right? That spirit has to be wicked. That's when we see these people get smoked to death. Hey, those spirits are really wicked, man. You have all this talk right there with the witnesses saying he was a good kid, he was a good man, he was just, that's not how he was in the past life, right? you know. So prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land nor fill the face of the world with cities, right? Because they have the fatness of the earth, but very soon that will not be the case, man. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut out from Babylon the name and remnant, his son and nephew, saith the Lord. Right? Obadiah, the first chapter, goes into how Esau shall be what's it called, stubble, meaning you'll be burned up in a big old bonfire after 1,000 years of hardcore slow bondage, man. You know. So going back at the first chapter. And therefore the law is slack, and judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous. Therefore my judgment proceedeth. Yeah. Therefore the law is slack, and judgment doth never go forth. You know, there's no justice in this court system, man. You know, you have all these bills and what's it called, these laws being passed, you know, really unrighteous decrees. Like now you can't say crap about Amalek. Hey, but what about the other bills that were meant to be beneficial for our people, or what's it called, just the citizens, man? Right? Like what about Kevin's law? You know, what about these various things, man, that were meant to benefit the citizens instead of what's it called, fill your pockets with money? You know, it never happened, man. There's no justice in this place, man. And that goes to show you how Esau shouldn't even be in power, right? Because if you're a king, you're supposed to, to care for your subordinates, man, right? Esau's not a righteous king. He's a wicked king, man. And the Lord's going to dethrone him very soon. In Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter goes into that. You know, the Lord's going to pluck you up, right? Pluck you up as an empire and set up a new one. So all that talk about iniquities, you know, the Lord favors our undertakings, fuck all that shit. Excuse my French. I always say excuse my French, but what's it called? Sometimes, you know, the spirit gets heated on you. You just want to, you just want to let it all out, man. Right? So yeah, iniquities ain't gonna come to fruition, man. You know, as a matter of fact, when you become a slave in the kingdom, we're gonna be mocking you, man. We're gonna be telling you, iniquities are iniquities. You know, the Lord favors the Israelites' undertakings, not yours, man. You know, what did you have to earn to ever earn the Lord's favor? You have nothing to earn, man. You know, you're dishonored, man. You're a disgrace, and that's why the Lord's gonna wipe you out. That you may be no more named on the earth again. All right, but going back, it says, "For the wicked doth compass about the righteous." Yeah, and starting off with this place, Babylon the Great, man. And because this whole world ultimately is polluted, right? But you know, in America, what's it called? It's surrounded by wickedness. Now, in this place, you could do whatever you want, be whatever you want without regard for the scriptures. And without regard for the Bible. And when we try and speak up on it, you know, what's it called? Now we're canceled. Now we're labeled. Now we're demonized. Now we're hated, man. You know, like Nas said, you can hate me now. Right? So therefore, on judgment proceedeth. You know, and that's why we wait and we wait for Yahweh Ba'ashim to come down this place, man. We're tired. Abby, or the among the heathen. Yeah, ye among the heathen. You know, it's in America, man. Right? It's a great melting pot. A culmination of all heathen nations and their cultures mingled into one so-called identity. You know, in regard and wonder marvelously. For I will work a work in your days which you would not believe, Lord, be told you. You know, we're telling you about this deliverance. And we're telling you, destruction be upon, the Babylon the Great and the nation of Edom, establishment of the kingdom, these various things. You guys are out, in that Babylon mentality that you'll be able to partake of that American dream. That really is a failed American dream, and it never pertained to the Israelite to begin with, man. Right? It only pertains to Esau, Edom, but even that thing is fallen. That's why you see these low-ranking Edomites. Hey, they don't prosper, man. You know, they're living like us now. You know, broke, poor, in the ghetto, right? What's it called? So you people are in that mentality that 40 years in the future, you know, with your career, you're going to be successful. Hey, how much money do you make? Oh, well, I'm on a salary. I make $200,000 a year. You know, I'm planning to, what's it called, I'm planning on saving enough money to, what's it called, have my kids go to college. And what's it called, what about the kingdom, man? Right? What about the kingdom? You know, you're told all these things. What's it called? Seek ye the kingdom, and all these desires shall be added unto you, right? You know, that goes to show y'all, what's it called, Jake out here. They be wilding out. And those aren't the men of the Lord, man. Right? Those aren't the elect. You know, that's that carnal mentality. You know, they love Esau so much, man. Well, what's it called? You know, be my guest, man. Hey, this thing ain't for you to begin with. Follow working your days, which you would not believe though it be told you. Yeah, telling you about the establishment of the kingdom. You know, you'd rather be here in this falling place, man. Here, there's a petrodollar's going down. You have all these countries like China with their own cryptocurrencies, and that's how they be, what's it called, making that trading, making that commerce. But you want to be here, man, with Esau, Edom. Hey, what's it called? We're probably starting the downfall of this place, man. Right? You know, that goes to show you how Jake is destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. Jake is simple-minded, man. You know, that's in the book of Hosea, the 4th chapter, if I am not mistaken. Yeah, verse 6, it reads, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children," man. You know, and you're destroyed for lack of knowledge. You know, knowledge, going back to the Hebrew word da'ith. Right, but I just want to do a quick little, you know, video out the spirit. I'm going to let off right there. Hopefully it was edifying.